Hello. 2 weeks to go. Man, 2 weeks to go. Let's do this. Let's take the opportunity to see Titan crew members. They're finishing up programs going into the new year, or did they start the new power bodybuilding program? So let's do the little check-ins there. All right, guys. This will be it. This will be for you guys. You crazy Titan crew. Yeah, a bit full. A bit full. Jeez, I cramped my arm. Ooh. What's up, Playboys? We had some Steve Pack in the house today. He brought the fire. Nope. It's good Jeremy didn't come. What do we got, ladies? I was over at the gym today, just doing some team up work, and I was talking to the members, just the members that I've known, a lot of them that I've known for a while. And there's a lot of guys at Gold's that have been there longer than I have. And they're still there. They're still training. They're still doing their stuff. And I talked to a guy today. You wouldn't guess. You would say maybe he's 50 because of hair and stuff, you'd probably say, right? He's actually 71, this guy. And he was talking about his beliefs on training and stuff. And I've never talked to him about training, but he was, back in the day, he was on the Olympic javelin team for the U.S. And he's 70 now, you know, and he's still training. He's still doing his thing. And he just goes, it's interesting about the philosophy of training. And it's a beautiful thing, the philosophy of training, that it's there to help you, not hurt you. And so we got the give and take, right? Because you get so many people that are injured from training, and get injured really bad. Now, again, most of the time, and I was just watching a video talking about these guys that have injured themselves while weightlifting. Again, nothing's perfect in the world, and this happens, but they came back and continued. That's a beautiful life, you know, to be able to get. It's not beautiful that you're injured, but the fact that that may happen, even if you're safe, it may happen, and to come back is great. So I thought that was a beautiful thing. But on the other side of it is the guys that are hurting their bodies in a way that it's not the injury, it's the destruction of the entire body. So that they're just compressing their backs. They're destroying the cartilage in their knees. They're destroying their shoulders. That's the kind of stuff we don't want to happen, right? And that's preventable. You know, the owies and the injuries are not preventable. You try to do the best you can, and sometimes something gives. But the destruction of your body and running it into the ground, that's preventable. And so talking to this guy today, this javelin thrower, and the belief of mileage, training smart, doing the best you can. It's a nice conversation to have and to see that, because then for me, it gives me continuous hope that I'll be doing it for decades more, which again is the goal. Now, that being said, there was a video, 2 videos Jeff put together today. And it's funny because I can already hear the fans going, well, you said you didn't do this, and then you did this. You learn as you go, right? You don't know everything from the start of this. And then you try to listen to the best you can to the experts in front of you or your coaches. And I was young once. I pushed it to the limit. I would pound my head against the wall and push it to fatigue, to as many as I possibly could in my young teens and 20s. And that was a lot of the workouts, but I learned pretty quickly. I learned by late 20s. I go, okay, this is not the way that every workout cannot be 100% to the limit. And so that's where I started going, okay, let me see how I can still move forward without destroying the body for my future. And that's when that whole, the whole goes back to powerlifting and keeping something in the tank and doing your numbers and being smart about that. And that's why I love power bodybuilding so much, is that it keeps you in that guideline of going, okay, here's your numbers. Here's what you need to do today. And you usually can make it through no issues. And like this morning, it was like a joke. The warm-up was a quarter of the time. The sets was a quarter of the time. It was just so fast. Because again, this is week 5 now. Remember, we started week 5 over again for me and Jeff on power bodybuilding. Because last week was kind of messed up. But man, did I feel, I don't know about you. Did you get 1 or 2 last week on squats? 2 days or 1 day?
For what?
Squats.
How many? Whatever you did.
1. I came back today and I was like, I felt like I was cheating.
Yeah.
It's like, keep those 2 in there and live in the trenches a bit, because save that till the very end. Because today I went in there and I squatted and I'm like, oh, it was a joke. The warm-up was done before I knew it. And I usually take, I probably stretch out and move for a good 45 to an hour before I let everybody else come in there. And today was in and out. So, yeah, guys, be smart with lifting. Be smart. It should enhance you and keep you in the game for the long period. It should not take years off your life, which I see it does. I know I got a lot of questions also about food. Food for Titan right now, for you parents. As the kid is young, protein, a tremendous amount, but also the carbs and fats. Keep those in there. But he can eat protein. Titan right now is taking in over 170 grams of protein a day, and he only weighs 80 pounds. So feeding them. And the funny thing is, off that calorie intake that he's doing right now, he's still not putting as much weight. He's not putting any weight on in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I need to up those calories again on him. Yeah, he's got to go up. Got to go up. But we found out yesterday, now he's 12-0 in wrestling, which means very little. But it looks like he is qualified for state. So we moved schools today. No more of this little babying.
Time for the big leagues.
Yeah, it's time for a coach to yell at him.
Yeah. It's time for him to cry again.
Yeah. And with the other Titan,
yeah,
the other Titan's got that edge.
It's time to ruin that friendship.
Yeah, I don't mind it. As long as they have to tussle for an hour, I'm okay with it. Give me another one. What do you got? What do you guys got today?
Let's see.
But 2 videos are coming out Jeff did today, and it talks about what the old school guys did in training, and then it also talks about, what was the second one?
The one about with the Dutch giant.
About, again, well, they're both very similar. Yeah, they're both very similar. I guess the difference between the 2 videos was one was talking about the 80s and 90s for me, and the other one is talking about what,
right,
if you're smart now, you can do something in 20 or 30 years.
Well, Mike, is it worth paying more for a gym that has higher quality equipment, like the Prime Arsenal, blah, 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 as opposed to going to just an LA Fitness?
Okay, great question. Great. That is a great question. Is it the equipment? No, it's the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's 100% the atmosphere. I have a gym here at the house, and when I got some nasty people, I'll take this gym over Gold's Gym. Yeah, it's the atmosphere, and so much so. It just really is the people that you're around and stuff. And so, you know, in your point here is you're talking about like LA Fitness. The reason why I would say it's the atmosphere is because you want to be around those people that are training hard, the energy of that. Even if you're kind of one of these people that goes, well, I train great no matter what. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. Good job. I just need it on the days that you're not focused, that crowd keeps you up. So I would do gym atmosphere over equipment. I don't need high-tech equipment. I can go to all these gyms, and I do when I go to Dubai and all this stuff, but I'll take the gym with the attitude. Yeah.
Do you have a program or guidelines for starting a healthy workout that includes lifting? 45, is it too late?
It's not too late. It's a great age to get started, mostly right now because you're in that old man strength. So this is a great time. And I do. It's over on my site, Power Bodybuilding. It mixes the two aspects of I need you to be strong as you go into your 50s, but I also need you to be able to do enough range of motion to stay healthy and continue forward. And then for those people around you, maybe you have kids or something, it's good for them to start building up and get stronger and more muscle as they go. So it'd be a great program to have your kid going with you if you do have a kid or training partners that are younger than you.
Favorite chest exercise?
Incline.
That's right.
Yeah, barbell incline is my favorite. Here, mute that for 1 second. I don't mind if that happens. Woo! We got a load of people here, so ask those questions, ladies and gentlemen. You freaks. How crazy are you guys getting into the gym? We answered this one. Incline barbell press is my favorite. You can load the weight up.
Mike, I see you do deadlifts, then barbell rows after.
Yes.
You do pull-ups and a few bicep exercises after too. Frank's Frank Zane said he found that hitting him after 2 back workouts got him the best results.
That is awesome. Frank is an absolute legend. I don't do biceps when I do back. Yeah. I find doing a second body part, I don't have enough for a second body part, and I can't recover. I can't recover from doing.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially
And biceps would be already tanked slightly. So yeah, for me, I wouldn't.
Mike, just wondering why you don't do regular flat bench. Is it a bad exercise? Thanks.
Yeah, the upper chest. I have a developed. Being a male, I already have a developed lower chest, and just being a man, you got a lower chest, and then on top of that, I have genetically gifted lower chest because I cheated on bench press when I was a youngster. So when I started lifting at 8 and 9, I wanted the most possible weight I could do. And so I was always the foot up on the old Sears bench, right? And my ass in the air and bring the bar to, as long as it touched the chest, I felt at 8, 9, 10 years old that I'm benching it. And so I did declines the first 2, 3 years of my life. And genetically, I already had somewhat of a lower chest. And so my lower chest is massive. Now, every guy out there possibly has somewhat of a lower chest. And to visually even it out with the upper chest that is monstrous is a great thing. And then on top of that, keeping the upper, that whole area, this upper chest, the shoulders, the traps, this is what really makes the physique look impressive. For bodybuilding, for movies, for television, for photo shoots, for wearing your shirts. You ever see these guys? They have 0 shoulders and they got 0 upper chest. They look actually fat because they got this lower chest that's developed, and then, you know, it's like it slopes. And so that's why I don't. I also don't power lift anymore, so I don't need to do bench press. We'll do dumbbell flies on the flat. We'll do, that's about it. And we still do slight inclines. Very rarely do anything flat. The upper chest is so much more important. As it is a bad exercise, it's become a bad exercise because of how people do it. I would say that. What's that?
What exercise became bad?
Flat bench became bad because of how every Joe in the gym would bench press like they're in a powerlifting meet. And so they're just all doing declines. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. Who pushed you the most as a workout partner?
Tito Raymond, Mr. Universe. Joe DeAngelis, Mr. America.
Big Joe D.
Early years would be Tom Plaz. Robbie Robinson pushes me through the decades. And we got to get Robbie in. We got to get Robbie in like tomorrow. Yeah. Man, we're going to a gym tomorrow with these guys. But like Tito did, because Tito was a great athlete. And when I teamed up with Tito, it was going from like the Mr. Universe shows, him and me competing, into this other show I was doing called Battle Dome. And it was great because what's up, knucklehead? Tito would go with us as we were filming this, and he would be the contestant. He would do athletics with us. He was a great running back in college. But he's just one of these guys that it reminded me of Franco and Arnold, because Tito was crazy strong for his size. He was just crazy strong. And then he just wasn't as big as I was. He was a middleweight, and he took second at the USA. Almost won his class at Mr. USA.
Don't lie.
Against the drug guys.
Don't lie. It's prime rib. That's what they say.
You can take a picture of that. Send it to Prime Rib. Oh my God. Prime might be the most fun I have with a training partner. Guaranteed he's the most fun. Because Tito and me would get into it and mix it, but Prime Rib's the most, yeah, he's a blast. We ever put up this last one? Only on trials. Yeah, coming in.
That's on YouTube. Yeah, that's why they're bringing that up.
Yeah, he's great.
The fans want more Prime Rib.
I agree. He's great. I don't just. Somebody said earlier, they go, "What would you do? A better gym because of the equipment, or just a gym?" And I said atmosphere. And then just going with atmosphere, I would also talk about training partners. Get back to a training partner that talks some smack and gets in there and gets to you. Because that was the one thing Tito wouldn't have to do much of. But if he's doing 600 on deadlifts at a body weight of 205 and I'm 285, it's like I had to do 700 for reps. And so it was just that kind of a push. But a training partner like that is just a great thing to have, somebody that pushes you. And you don't need to be strong either. I had Gavin Murphy, who is just a sick Irishman that you could not beat up. He's one of these kind of guys that you just didn't matter what you, hey, you want to go? Yeah. Do you want to do some more? Yeah. And it was like, great. So get a good training partner. Best exercise for MMA fighter, sumos and squats. Those are two exercises that you just need. Also, I love that you asked this because I told a guy today, one of these Instagram trainers, he's more than an Instagram trainer. He's actually a coach at a university. And I said, hey, invite my page. Because there was a strongman that said nobody has to do deadlifts. And he says, unless you're doing a deadlift or a powerlifting meet, you don't have to do deadlifts. It's a wasted exercise. Now, that's absolutely not true. It's absolutely not true. It's a great exercise, and it keeps your body as a unit. And I told him to actually invite my page to this post because it shows you what, for MMA fighters, for athletes, for boxers, for basketball players, for football players, how great of an exercise a proper deadlift is, or a squat is, or a sumo deadlift is. These are great exercises. Again, understand, all exercises can be good, and they can be really bad if you do them incorrectly. But yeah, those are 3 exercises you should keep.
What actors, other than Ryan Reynolds, have you been most impressed with their physiques for a specific role?
Brad Pitt, Fight Club, structure-wise, and also that it allows me to give a reference to you people out there on that you don't need to be massive to look great. It just... Brad Pitt, I think if I'm correct, was 165, and he's a 6'1" guy. So that's a very thin human, but his structure makes it look 155. Holy sheesh. 6'1", is he not?
It says 5'11".
5'11".
He was about 5%.
Right, so 5'11", 155 is tiny. Tiny. And so the structure that he has is so beautiful that he could do that. Another one, Zac Efron. Zac Efron was how much for that movie with Baywatch?
Oh, Baywatch.
Watch this, guys.
Not the other one. 165.
And how heavy was The Rock for that movie?
In Rock's newest?
No, Baywatch.
So what is he? He's 165 versus... about 240, it's saying, but let's see if that's really.
I bet you he's like 260.
Yeah, it's not as easy to.
Yeah. All right. So it says somewhere between that range of 240 pounds, and Rock's a huge human. And Zac Efron was 165, and he looked ridiculous, amazing in that movie. Just impressive. He impresses me. How he got for the wrestling movie and how he bulked up and stuff.
Okay, so The Rock posted this on his IG. So yeah, he said he was about 235 to 238 for Baywatch.
235, 238. So he was trim for him.
Yeah, he said that was really hard because he's got the Fast and Furious, which is right after that. So he's got to be 260.
Ryan Reynolds too, though, man. How big was Ryan? What did he weigh for Blade? And Jason Cosmo is the one that trained him for that.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, Mr. America. What do you say?
185.
185. And how tall is Ryan?
Let's see.
6'2".
Is he tall?
I think he's 6'2", 6'1", 6'2". I think he's close to Hugh Jackman. 6'2", 185.
Cosmos?
Yeah, he got him ready.
Shit.
And Ryan said, I will never do that again.
Why?
Because it was just too many meals, too much training. He goes, I do not want to do that again. He looked incredible.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned another movie he did that he looked great in too.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. It's good shape, man. That changes everything.
Oh, shit, these questions are full, man. These
What are we at? Was that 200 or 700? We got a whole audience here.
Yeah.
Go for another one. The point about structure and stuff, I would just say to you guys, is you don't need to be massive. You just need to be in shape and separated. You need to be separated to look good.
Let's just do this one first.
Okay.
Boom. Hey, Mike, I'm 47, been watching you for decades. Introduced your videos to Tyler, my 16-year-old son. Could you just us how important it is to warm up and stretch? Tell us how important it is.
For 47, extremely. Now, you got a 16-year-old. Teach him, and he's an athlete. I'll guarantee he's an athlete, right? If he's training already, teach him it's more important about the game itself, right? In the game, you need to be 100. Prior to that, it doesn't matter how long you take to get there. And I think that's the one thing I would say to my young self is like, hey, relax on the warm-ups. Just take your time, get in there. So to him, show him this video, take your time on the warm-ups, wake up that nervous system. Now that we understand so much more about nervous system and waking that up, wake that up before you get into the workout. And then when you get into the workout, hit it and get out. It's very important. But for you, being 47, don't give up exercises because they don't feel good. I want you at 47 and everybody here to listen to this. Stay in the warm-up until you can get whatever that is opened up. All right. And then let's say it's squats and the range of motion is not working with your hips and your back and you feel achy and stuff. Stay in the warm-up until you can get at least something moving and you through that position. And then if you have to leave it because you don't want to put any extra weight on there, I'm okay with you leaving it, but stay in that position of that range of motion and try to stay with that week in and week out, and then come back to putting some weight on there. What I noticed tremendously, and it's just one of those things that just bypassed my head, that the years I've been in the gym and I see these guys and they're doing stuff, and then suddenly it's the drop off, right? I don't go heavy anymore. I do light weights, lots of reps. I don't do that exercise or that exercise or that exercise. And you see the quick deterioration of the body from the person. And I'm not talking old guys. I'm talking 30-year-olds. I'm talking late 20-year-olds. the deflating visual of this healthy athlete to this frail looking 30-year-old. It's an amazing thing to see that dip. And it's all because they possibly are doing an exercise incorrectly, or they were just so young that they could lift it the way they were lifting it. And you see people doing deadlifts and it's like they're hitching it and they're lifting it with all their back and no legs. And you're like, well, you're going to complain about that later on. Or you see these nosedive on the squats and you're like, God damn, you're putting that weight on just your knees and not using it as a unit of a body. So be careful out there, guys. You weightlifting, again, like I said, and this is what today's about. It's about, it can help you and it can help you stay in it. Or it can destroy you if you do it incorrectly. Great question, my friend. Thank you.
Favorite rear delt exercise?
Cheat rear delts. Heavy cheat rear delts. And the word cheat just means there's some motion and a little heave-ho to it. But it's just the old school bent over, right? You're over the bench and you're pulling it back, but it's a little bit more directed backwards. So instead of going out here or up high, you're going back here. And you're using a ton of weight. I freaking love that exercise. And for rear delts.
We're answering pre-written questions. Like, what is this, a Biden debate?
Well, yeah, wow.
IQ these days.
Yeah, the IQ of these guys. I hate it too. He's got his dog picture up there. I'd probably like the guy, but he's an absolute idiot.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, man.
Grow out your beard.
Absolutely not. I'm not trying to look good for a guy. Only guys want guys with beards.
Best posterior chain exercise.
Squats?
Ooh.
Deadlifts?
Are push-ups a good warm-up for lifting?
No. Yeah, I wouldn't. You want weight. And here's the problem. You're making me think that a warm-up is just blood flow, right? I go do jumping jacks and jump on the treadmill for 5 minutes, get a little blood flow going, heart rate up, then that's a warm-up. That's not a warm-up, guys. That's not a warm-up. A warm-up is waking up your nervous system in the range and the pattern motion that you're going to do on that day's workout. So that's 400 pounds on squat if you're going up to 600. That's it's like the 1 plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, 4 plates. And now your nervous system is woken up and now you're ready to go 500 and 600 for your squats. That's a warm-up. A warm-up isn't jumping on the treadmill for 5 minutes.
I'm guessing this guy doesn't work out. My girlfriend works out and she wants me to go to the gym with her too. Should I get big or like lean? She just wants me to have muscles and I'm not fat. First time gym here. So
yeah, go with. Mostly if she,
shit, if you don't someone's going with.
Yeah, that's it. This one's tough, brother. This is tough because you're 22, so you should already kind of know what you want, right?
Yeah.
And your girl's saying, hey, this isn't working for me. So that's a tough one, brother. That's a life question there. Mostly because you're going to go with, you're 22. I'd like to say this is going to be your baby for the next 20 years, but it's most likely not. The gym is about you, kid. It's not about what baby girl wants. Baby girl wants you with muscles. Man, that's tough, brother.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Yeah, you can't go to the gym just because the missus wants it. You want to go to the gym because you want it. You gone 22 years without muscle? You're at a great age, though, man. Sorry, brother. Anybody else want to help him out on that one?
Ciphering through a bunch of
No, it's
these. Are
okay.
you coming back to Sense for Fit in Romania?
I am. We are. We actually talked to those guys this morning.
Oh yeah.
We're going to come back and probably do a tour in Romania. So not only will I be back for the expo, but we'll be there for a couple weeks. Just probably one of my favorite trips. The history there, the castles, it's beautiful. The hidden gem of Romania.
Let me see. Hey Mike, what is a good split for 4 days a week workout?
You should, we got that right on the new app, guys. For anybody here that's looking for a split for 4 days, right there. Jeff,
I've got
throw
4
that up.
days, 3
Throw that up.
days, 6 days.
Yeah, whatever you guys need. We already got that program already printed and ready for you on the app. Right there's the app for you guys.
And what are you doing? What program on the app are you doing?
I'm doing power bodybuilding. So you guys go over there, join me with this rock and roll, man, going into the new year. You guys, is everybody here like going, all right, I'm getting my juices fired up. I'm ready to go for this new year. Are you guys getting all psyched up for this? I loved it, the fact that we started before, because we got about 3 more weeks till New Year's.
Yeah,
And so that puts us at about week 8 on power bodybuilding, which means that nervous system strength kind of comes into play and starts feeling it. And if the body's going like it is, today was just manhandling it. So it feels good. Feels good, guys.
Mike, I want my serratus to look like jacked demon claws grabbing my rib cage. Bench and standing pullover are my bread and butter for them. Is there anything else you recommend?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good taper to the waist. Posing, that's where I learned it from Robbie Robinson. Go look at a side. Robbie's the only one to do this too. He'll do a side chest and he'll open it so much so that you see that side coming in. But yeah, exercise wise, I don't train it. It's more of a flex.
So that's why posing can help.
Yeah, that's why posing would help quite a bit. Also, genetic makeup. Mine are freaky. Pose it up, dog. Pose it up. I wouldn't train the side, though, so much so.
Yeah.
Because it's really, that thing pops when you're dieted down. Pull up after this, pull up a Robbie Robinson side chest.
Just a question. I was told that the main reason why I'm not seeing development is because of my diet, and it's been a challenge. What's some advice you can give to somebody overcoming or ignore those urges?
Well, great question.
Great question.
Great question. I love that question. Just for anybody that's here, anybody that's listening to this right now, all exercise, shape of the body, building muscle, losing fat, creating that dream physique, seeing progress in the gym is nutrition. So this question here is, and I think this person's very new to exercise, right? And so it seems they're a little ambiguous, not ambiguous, what's the word? Naive to the point that nutrition is everything. So, so the person that told you this is correct. Urges is twofolds. One is you can obviously do the new age GLPs will curb the appetite.
Right.
Or your standard of who you are as a person is so high that you don't allow yourself to do the bullshit. And so those are the two things. You could do it, the GLPs, curb the appetite, or your standard of living is, I will not allow me to cheat like that. And that's just for anybody, everybody. But yeah, for anybody here, if you're not seeing gains, it's most likely the nutrition. But if your nutrition is on point, and he just did a video on this, you can't overtrain. It's an amazing thing. If you eat right, you can train like an absolute freak, and you'll still gain muscle, and you'll still gain strength, even though you train and try to push it to fatigue and stuff like that. It's a crazy thing. It's an amazing thing that your body really wants to heal and build that. But the nutrition is everything, guys.
Can you give advice for diabetics who want to have good results in the gym?
Absolutely. Again, you see, this is the great thing here. You have to eat correctly. You have to do it. And then you just got to watch your carbohydrates and what level of diabetes are you. 50 grams of carbs, like a lot. It's so full blown. Yeah, you got to just, one thing I would say is I don't think you need to train as freaky for you to see the gains for you. You can take your proteins obviously up and through the roof for your calorie intake. But there has been, and I would do this, I would go search Tim Belknap and read up on Tim Belknap and how he was,
He was diabetic?
He was diabetic. He was diabetic. Mr. America, Tim Belknap. And he was one of the first, one of these full, and this is during a time, he was late 70s, 80s. What year did he win Mr. America? 83?
This guy with that big old...
Yep. Him and Tony Pearson competed against each other. My guy. But go read up on him and how he did that.
81 America.
81 America. Yeah, Tim Belknap.
5'4"?
Yes, he's bigger than that. Wow. Yeah. He was not the biggest guy. He was thick. I mean, he's monstrous. He was monstrous. Big Tim Belknap. So people can do it. People can do it. And through my career, I've trained diabetics. But again, it's the protein intake. Make sure you get that protein intake.
Was that Robbie's side chest?
Look at his side chest. Look at that bad boy. You see that, how he shows that?
Yeah, he does.
It's so beautiful. You can't get that. That's 205, guys. That body's 205. See the change that he did? That's mid 70s.
Right. Yeah, so he opened it there. Well, he had it
That was just pretty.
up and high.
And he drops
and
it.
then bam,
Boom. Jeez Louise, Robbie.
Yeah, look at the mustache. Look at
Yeah. That's like when he's with Arnold and he's doing the dancing and woman. Look at him down here. Go down.
He was slaying with that mustache.
Look at that. But see, look at this. That's art. Go down one more straight down no, to the right. Go to the right. Can you click that? Oh, that's wrong. No, that's him.
Or which one are you?
The three of them.
Oh,
the three of them.
Oh, straight that way. Yeah. This one.
So look at Robbie. Robbie's one of the rare, the gym body and the stage body.
Yeah.
So there's guys that I never worried about that look like monsters in the gym. And I knew when I was on stage, when I won the Mr. California, these guys are like, I'm 270 pounds. I'm like, cool. I'll see you. And when you walk on stage, it's the structure. It's the structure and the muscle you put together and how it is. Robbie, next to Arnold's a big guy, especially then.
Solid, dude.
And you've seen him next to Robbie, Robbie's what? 5'8"?
Yeah, 5'8". He's probably 5'8".
But look how beautiful that physique is.
Yeah.
It's like that. That's cool.
That's
There's the shot. He sold that tank top right there for $1,000 back then.
Jeez.
People would buy their clothes, man. Freaks.
Oh, wow, that's a high quality image.
Just
awesome.
yeah. There's a reason why there's only one Robbie Robinson in the entire world.
And then you got
That's him now, guys. And somebody said earlier, I'm 45 or something like that. And he says, it's too late. This guy right there is 80 years old.
yeah, it's probably if it's too late.
Can't start when you're 79, though. Look at those two boys.
Shit.
Look at him. I'm 270 there. And look what he looks like next to me.
Crazy.
That's 270. And he looks just fine next to me. Yeah. What a savage. What a savage.
How do you know to increase the weight versus volume?
Well, it's the program. You got your 12-week program put out. So like my Power Bodybuilding program, it's already there for you. So you put in your weights on the goal. Here's the goal I want to do. I want to do this 500 squat, right? And then it calculates out what weights you're going to be using for the next 12 weeks, what rep range, what sets, everything. And then you just stay with that. And then in that 12 weeks, you get to your point. And what's really cool is as you go through those 12 weeks, do you think you feel great every day? Nope. For those 12 weeks, there's good days, there's bad days, but you got your numbers. I already got them already printed out for you, so you know exactly what to do. And when you come into the gym and you're like, oh, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to get those numbers, and then you do, you'll understand why those reps and the sets, the reps and the weight that I choose for you are set up the way they're done. And it's such a perfect thing for you that you go, oh, okay, now I'm understanding this a lot better and understanding how to go through the ups and downs of your program and still get to your goal at the end of the 12 weeks and how to pace yourself correctly. So that's how you do it, my man. That program has to be printed out for you and set up for you before. It is not this. It is not the going in the gym today. I'll see you tomorrow. What do you want to do? I don't know. We'll see how we feel. We'll see if we can go up in weight. We'll see how many sets we do tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. There is a plan to it. And it's got to be set up.
Here's a question for Bobo. I am so lonely, guys. For me, can you say hello?
Hello.
That's for Bobo right there.
Hello, Joe.
Where is... We'll get that one in a second. Mike, didn't hit my size goal on a lagging body part almost a year into the bulk. Do I continue the bulk to fix it or cut, then reassess on PB?
Okay, you're on PB and you didn't get your goal. But you wouldn't do the PB for a year. So you were doing it every 12 weeks. You change it up. You'd pick your new weights and you keep going. And I love that you're doing a bulk for a year.
Yeah. I think so one of his body parts he was trying to get bigger.
Yeah, and you're trying to get that one body part bigger. Man, I would do this because you sound disciplined, and so you would understand this, and you sound like you're consistent. So these are two things I go, okay, I understand you better than most. I would say, let's do a cut. You gave it the year, you didn't get there, but you got better. So let's change it up, shock the body by doing a cut. And so let's slice and dice down for the next 12 weeks, get ripped to shock the body and get it going, and then go back into that bulk. That's how I would do it. And the one thing that's great about shocking the body that way, from going from your bulk, which you did a year, which is great. Most people just want to go 12 weeks. They just put the weight on and go, I want to take it off again. You stayed in there for a year, so I can already tell that you're mentally strong and willing to put in the effort. So that's what I would do for you, my friend. I would change it, shock the body by doing this, and really do this too with that body part that was lagging and you didn't get there. Shock it, overtrain it for the next 12 weeks. And then when you go back to the bulk, pull off of it. It's delayed growth. It's a cool technique that I learned from Arnold decades ago. Great job, my friend.
Any life advice?
It's tough, my man. Tough. Stay in it. Stay happy. Live in the moment the best you can, brother. But healthy. Stay training. And going back to the 22-year-old that was here earlier, I would go to the gym, not for the girl, but for you to stay healthy for a lifetime. One more question, guys.
One more. Let's do a little statement, then the last question. What can you tell us about the old squat battle against you and Stan?
Freaking loved it. Mostly because Stan was training that style at the time where I was dieted down for photo shoots, a guest appearance, and stage. And so I liked the fact that I came off of that and hung and we bashed it out. But that stuff, I'll remember that more than I will a title. It was just fun to be on in that kind of battle with him. Great human. One of my favorite people in the world.
All right, last one. For somebody who doesn't have much money, what nutritional advice would you give them? Thanks so much, Mike. Just give the basics, and I will.
Yeah, that's me in high school and junior high school. I had to take and help with my own food because of 10 brothers and sisters. So, yeah, I survived. Noodles, eggs, tuna fish. Just do the basic foods that you can get to protein-wise. Protein drink, add that in there. You know, you sound like somewhat a newbie, so you don't need to be spending grands each month on food. And here's the thing, too. I am not in any world one of these guys that needs to go to these high-end, what's the Sprouts or
One?
Yeah, any of those kind of places.
Shit.
I'll go to Rouse,
Yes.
dude. I grew up in Wigwam. You guys don't know about Wigwam and getting my shoes.
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, the old school. We'd go, yeah, pick your shoes out from the bottom rack. Yeah, you guys are too young to know that. But yeah, stay with just basic food. Noodles is great protein. Rice is cheap. And proteins, eggs, protein drink, tuna, you can get it. Great one, man. Great question, though. Great question, my friend. And you understand it's got to be nutrition for all of you. And if you don't know nutrition, which most don't, even people that are still training today and competing don't know nutrition. It's not just nutrition for trying to build muscle, but it's for your connective tissue and everything about your body and your blood work and your markers and to stay healthy. So that's Titan Meal Plan if you guys need that help.
The actual last one. This is the actual
Good.
last
This is the actual.
Mike, is old school workouts better than science-based workouts?
Old school.
Mm-hmm.
Is there science-based workouts?
Fuck yeah, there is. Optimal reps.
Optimal reps.
handle,
Optimal EQ. Oh,
Optimal handle. Of course.
Yeah. Why, for you guys, will you answer it later? Why are all science-based trainers look like shit? And the self-taught guys look like incredible Greek gods.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a science-based lifter look good.
Yeah, and sure, somebody's gonna cherry pick one that does cool. There's fucking million on Instagram that all look like shit though, and that's what we need.
Peace.